might be a bit of a regular schedule from here on out. I've published a schedule to Twitter, and I don't know if you can see it, but I should have one up on YouTube as well. We have Noita and Dead Cells starting off this week with our roguelikes, and then we'll be moving on to fighting games as we move towards the weekend with Rivals of Aether on Saturday. Thursday. It might be on Saturday too. And Guilty Gear should be on Friday. Saturday stream, I don't have any idea what I'm doing yet, so let me know and we might have to figure out something then. Might even be a dev or a workshop stream then. Who knows? So last week was definitely our biggest week of streaming so far. Got maybe 5 or 6 new subs in just that week alone, and I'm feeling very optimistic for the future here. Alright, look at everything. Build is ready. What do we start with? Polymorphine. So, I've been informed that this game offers quite a bit of alchemy if you mix certain substances together. So this time around, we should be trying to experiment a lot more with what we can do with mixing together the various powders and potions that we find. Okay, Twitch is online. Was having some glitches there for a moment. Oh goodness. I didn't cause that, did I? Well, something exploded without my intervention. Amazing. We're off to an excellent start this week. Let me know on the Dead Cells thing, by the way. I do love that game, but I do admit I've personally been a little bit addicted to Noita lately. I've been trying to avoid playing it off-stream, but I'm very curious to see what we have going on here. We did discover quite a few things during our last few streams, and it's only been 3 of them so far, right? How are we gonna get to that fire guy over there? Maybe there's a well of oil over here or something. I'd like to know which streams are the favorites among my viewer base, as small as it is. There's a lot of things we have on the schedule, and instead of me filling it out with who knows what games here or there, I would like to pick your favorites as well. The only games I've put on the channel so far have been ones that I enjoyed, and generally if you see me playing it, it's probably something that I already know about or know I will enjoy. Ah, what do we have here? Eldritch Portal, I don't think we've seen that spell yet. Electric Charge, well I'm certainly interested, but we might not get too much use out of that. Acid Ball and Concentrated Light. I've looked on the wiki a bit and found a couple of bits of information, namely one is I should probably be carrying water potions on me a lot more often. Oh wow, 2 polymorphine potions. That's hardly useful for us having 2 of the same substance. But it gives us more to work with. After all, you're not supposed to stick with necessarily the potion you start with. You can fill them up with other substances. What we are going to check is exactly what mixes with what. That knowledge will probably help us a lot more in future playthroughs. Ah, good, I did manage to get that bit of gold. What's this? Kiva Skewy. Oh, is that the fire rock? Looks like it. Indeed. Wonder what we can do with this, then. Well, for one, we're no longer going to be attacked by the fire guys, it looks like. Does it do anything for lava? Nope, we still take damage from lava. I think a lot of our poor survivability so far has been with the fact that we don't exactly know what to experiment with yet. past the initial, oh, I don't know if if me being on fire will hurt, a lot of the other things have been left up to experimentation. Last stream, you do remember, if you were there, the very unfortunate incident involving electricity and water. Even though I was carrying the rock that should have made me immune, that has nothing to do with the explosions that were caused by, I think there was some gunpowder crates in there. Toxic sludge and polymorph... Oh, whoops. Not what I wanted to do, but it looks like they... Do they mix? Chaotic polymorphine. I would have preferred to keep that jar at least. I think I remember a bit of advice saying that if we combine water with toxic sludge, that does purify it. I am the Strong. Greetings. Glad to see you here this evening. How was your weekend? Or I suppose it would just be Sunday since we last saw each other. Put that away. Or get the fire rock out and that guy should be friendly with us. Spiders left and right. That's another one of my hang-ups with this game. It's often difficult trying to figure out if there is a productive direction you can start traveling. This game seems to throw a lot of dead ends at you. That's not gonna dig us downward. This will, though. Polymorphine and water. It just looks like it dissipates. Hopefully we can find another jar that we can start fitting water in. That might help us with the toxic sludge over there. Chaotic polymorphine. Wonder if it has any interaction with blood. Doesn't look like it. We'll dump out a little bit of this and see if we can mix it with some water. And then that might help us purify that toxic sludge over there. Polymorphine plus water potions, so we know they haven't been mixing and blending with each other yet. Now, where was that poison? We are almost able to buy that eldritch portal and see what that does. First, we'll see if we can purify this a little bit. It seems to be starting. Swamp. Apparently that's what happens when you mix toxic sludge and water. That's slowly dissipating away. Write that one down. If we have toxic sludge, we just need to pour water in it. And it should be safe to traverse. Now, we're going to run an experiment and touch the chaotic polymorphine and see what that does for us. Very ugly results. Interesting. How am I... That's hardly a setback. I've always wanted to be a minigun. Seems to have some relatively unpredictable results. Peat, huh. We're getting some very bizarre mixtures here now. I guess swamp is flammable, or whatever peat is. Which, if I remember, is some sort of a moss. I guess that's the flammable part, but I have no idea how we made that out of this. I kind of want to take that with me. That's different. I have mild control over my condition here. might have some uses out of that. It looks like it turns you into other instances of enemies you can find in the game. Only a few minutes in when we've made our first big discovery. Toxic sludge plus polymorphine equals turn into any random creature in the game. Apparently giant skeletal worms as well. I preferred the minigun. I wonder if... Ooh, wait. We have our fire rock here. Make a little bit of fun, get rid of all that hot gas. Guess he didn't drop any gold for us. Over here... Ooh, oil. Wonder if polymorphine does anything with that. Alright, oil and polymorphine do not have any sort of an alchemical reaction. Last time we also experimented with those tablets and that shrine on the little floating island above the spawn. What we need to figure out is if there is an alchemical recipe for levitation or something that can boost our ability to move vertically. I think that's generally our only reliable way to get back up there onto that floating island. You can find various powders to build with, but I don't know if we'll be able to build a very reliable structure to get up there. Simply hovering up there should do a lot better for us. Also, on the wiki, apparently it has the actual translated names instead of Finnish for all the creatures in here. Those are actually called spiders, literally. It's just the word for spider in Finnish. I have no idea how that would be pronounced. Hamis or Kamis? I can't read that font particularly well. Ooh, more toxic sludge and whiskey. So, stepping into the polymorphine transformed us into a creature. We need to find some way to collect some of that without necessarily touching the substance itself. Acceleration. Nope. Don't want to polymorph myself now, do I? Hello. There we go. Maybe I should just stand still while we're pouring it then. A little bit of chaotic polymorphine, but most of that has been turning into water. Luckily, we have a bit of a throwing arc. And an inaccurate one on top of that. Embarrassing. Apparently sheep have fly wings sometimes. That hardly makes sense. So, what do we have here in this? Water plus polymorphine still. We'll see if we can dilute that bit of toxicity. To no avail. Oh, there's more of these guys. I'll make the mistake of engaging multiples of them at once. Hold on now, I shouldn't be getting hurt from just toxic, the gas. Carry that rock. Looks relatively safe over here. So we should have a defensive camping spot. Apparently that's where all the toxic sludge is coming from. I wonder, is that flammable? It is, to an extent. You're still gonna get hurt going through all of that. Oh, well, I guess that's whiskey for everyone. Already getting ourselves afflicted with so much poison. It really feels like the difficulty in this game is an absolute crapshoot. Case in point. Alright, let's try that again. As roguelikes go, it's a complete toss-up on how well you're going to be doing. Water potion. Simple, but an effective start for us. I don't imagine water on its own has too many different mixtures, but that should keep us safe from the fire that's obviously everywhere. The air feels heavy. Wonder what that signifies. We have a bit of oil and some more toxic sludge in there. Brandon, glad to see you back. Welcome. It's Noita night. I think I did mention that on Friday, I believe. Don't know if you've taken a look at this game yourself yet. There's a wand in there. See if we can get our hands on something flammable. I don't think we'll want the oil too much, so let's just give that a little kick in there. If only you could actually have the know-how to just pick up a lantern. I'd rather not use my bombs yet, but I suppose that's our only option. Here goes nothing. That should at least ignite the wood. Yeah, that'll drain out that area. Magic arrow. Seems like a capable weapon. I don't know if we found this one before. That will burn through the oil, and hopefully through the toxic sludge as well. Ah, so Brandon, the gimmick with Noita is every single pixel is simulated. Every pixel has some sort of substance attached to it. Dirt, rocks here and there, water, a bit of blood from an enemy being attacked, toxic sludge in the case of over here. It's a lot like those old mid-2000s powder games that you'd find on Flash websites. The water here has certain interactions with other substances, so one step of it is figuring out what you're supposed to do with the alchemy. Right here we have a pool of toxic sludge, but pouring water into it will dilute it and turn it into just regular water. Once you have a bit more in there, it should be safe to just go down in there. As well, you'll notice there was a pool of water, a pool of oil over here. Setting that ablaze would burn everything else around. The other important part of Noita is that you have these wands, which are your main source of interaction otherwise. If you're not working with a substance, you're going to be working with doing magic spells here and there. You also can grab pouches and bottles, which allow you to take various substances here and there and use them later. We'd like to keep the water potion on us because that will prevent us from getting ourselves lit on fire in most cases. The wands can be reconfigured with different spells and settings, and with that you can craft some very interesting interactions. That is, if you can actually survive long enough to get some good spells out of it. I don't think I've seen that guy before. That's interesting. Who the heck are you, and why do you have so much health? And whatever spell that is that you have, I want it. While we're covered in water, we can traverse through these flames just fine without getting hurt. A lot of other substances will have a similar effect. Polymorphine, once again. You know, I think I'd like to do a little bit of an experiment. That is an electrical box, or some sort of an elemental box. And right here is a pool of oil. Let's see, which is our least important staff that we have, or least important wand. We'll trade that with whatever we have here. I don't think we'll need the bombs for now. Now, because of that trap being placed there, this oil is about to ignite. I probably should have doused myself in water first. Oh, no, that's an electric box. That's going to have minimal interaction there. Pour some water in here, and that way that should be diluted to be safe. I think those magic arrows are going to work best for us. They're doing a very decent amount of damage. So we have different wands that have different effects, and you can also pick up modifiers which will change how they interact with each other. Once we get to a section that we can start messing with things, I'll hopefully see if I can configure something interesting. Now, what mixes with oil? I think we just discovered that polymorphine doesn't have an interaction. Right? Yeah, I was trying to use the minecart as a shield. You know, given that I was digging through that... it doesn't look like it digs through other substances, only through the minecart. Toxic sludge has nothing to do with oil, so that's another discovery. Dilute more of that, please. I'd rather have as little toxic sludge lying around as possible. Let's see what we can ignite over here. This is cool, hands down. You love the whole idea behind this game. There's way more secrets hidden underneath the surface. And hopefully I'll have a chance to show you, but given that it is a roguelike, it's a complete crapshoot on what it generates. If it gives us any good stuff, or just nothing useful at all. Get those spiders away from me. Wonder what use I'd have out of a blood potion. What we'd like is to find, hopefully, another potion or flask somewhere. And then from that, we might be able to take some of that polymorphine with us. I'm going to go ahead and set that to wand number 1, since it looks like the arrow is going to be the most useful attack for us. Ah, polymorphine potion. And in there, we have someone who's holding a max HP power-up hostage. Right now, since we know that the oil seems to be generally safe here, I'm going to go ahead and pick up this bomb wand that already has one use taken from it, and use that to reignite this wood here. Gently place this down in front and run. Now that area is open. Ah, this looks like an alchemist enemy. Interesting. Okay, so He had pheromone and lava potions that he was throwing at us. But it looks like he got afflicted by the pheromone potion he threw down, and now he's just our friend. Slime. We'll see if these mix in any meaningful way. Oh, well, I suppose that's crashing down now. Polymorphine doesn't appear to have any interaction with lava. Does it do anything with pheromone? Looks like not, and apparently pheromones are flammable. And somehow we got a chaotic... Oh wait, that was the potion we picked up, chaotic polymorphine. Does chaotic have any interaction with the slime or anything else otherwise? That's going to be the big focus of tonight, is figuring out what mixes with what. Chaotic polymorphine and slime do not have an interaction. Does not seem to have an individual interaction with toxic sludge either. Wish I could have taken all of that with me. We're going to find one place to use that last bomb charge, and then probably ditch that wand. You'll get gold from defeating enemies, which you use to buy spell upgrades and different effects. Or altogether new wands. Throw down some water, which hopefully dilutes that a little bit. Toxic sludge shouldn't hurt us if we're stained with water. Seems it only affects us if it's the most common thing that we're swimming in. We should be safe otherwise, especially sitting here in all this swamp and peat. Another wand protected by these two little gremlins. Burst of air, that one's pretty useless. That'll just push enemies back. We're not going to have much use out of that wand. I wonder if chaotic polymorphine can be applied to enemies. No particular interaction with that gunpowder. I don't know if I have a reason to be carrying this around, in all honesty. We're doing okay on health for now. I kind of want to just pick up that gunpowder instead. So we'll just dump this over here. And accidentally flicked ourselves with it. Which will turn us into various random creatures from the game. And get ourselves stuck inside a wall, apparently. Well, now we have the challenge of trying to transform into a worm creature again so that we can get out of this mess. Ooh, don't know who this guy is. Our movement's also messed up. Transforming into a worm, apparently. That let us dig, and then the effect expired while we were... I can't seem to get my... I'm trying to control in every other direction, but it's only sending me to the left. Guess this is our last attempt. Yeah, it's only letting me move left. And I think that's the end of our journey right here. Looks like it. We probably can't carve ourselves out of this hole. Well, that's a shame. Yep, unfortunately, that means we'll have to restart. We accidentally afflicted ourselves with the chaotic polymorphine, and then that worm was exceptionally difficult to control. Don't know why we couldn't have just stopped. Apparently we had to keep going. And we're starting over with chaotic polymorphine again. Given that this is a roguelike, there will be a lot of games where you die very quickly, and then a few games where you last for a long time. If you start off doing well, you'll keep doing well. Now to test if this works on enemies. And apparently it'll work on us if we're trying to pour it away from ourselves too. Is there a way to just get rid of the contents in here? I think if you end up drinking it, it'll take the same effect. Yep. That might be the quickest and least harmful way to get rid of it, though. Let's see if we can find ourselves a flying character. I'd prefer a bit faster. Love random stuff like that, though. You have to go for now, but if I'm still streaming later, you'll hop back on. Have fun, thank you. It's Noita, and I've been having a lot of fun with these streams lately, so I might be here for a while. This guy oh, apparently he flies. And shoots fireballs. Chances are this stream's going to be going on for a few hours. We have a lot of things to discover. Like even bigger worms, apparently. Looks like that's actually digging a hole. I kind of want to do that again. If only we had some more reliable things we could do. I have to get rid of that stuff, though. And this is just generally the best way to do it. Ah, quick. Fly up from the other side. Apparently we can't use this to just fly out of the map, then. Yet another flying character that's only going to be able to go a short distance off the ground before falling again. Seems that... And we dropped a projectile while we were polymorphed that decided it would remain an enemy afterwards. Damage from material freezing vapor while polymorphed... Can we do this without the polymorph potions then, please? What a pain. Alright, starting again, and this time we have swamp and a little bit of gold at the start. Swamp is, for the most part, basically water. Going to have a lot of similar interactions. We should probably douse ourselves to get rid of all the poison. Looks like we found ourselves another fire rock so soon. And some oil to be rid of. But so long as we're holding this rock, we're immune to its effects. As well, we should be best friends with these guys here. Yeah, please get rid of the spiders for me. I don't think the toxic sludge itself is very flammable, is it? Nope, apparently not. Swamp isn't particularly useful. I wonder how you can make acid. You probably make acid off of toxic sludge somehow. Another potion. Polymorphine again. If it's not chaotic, it'll hurt us a lot less. We're also not going to be attacked by those fire mages while we're holding this rock. Get that wood burning started. And see how that gets rid of all the oil underneath. That will clear out this area and let us pick up this wand. Just has a saw blade attachment, so that's not going to be too useful for us. More spiders. You know, there is something I read, and that is... these tablets are apparently very heavy, allegedly being made out of emeralds. So that gives me an idea. Why don't we get close and betray our little friend here? So that did about 53 damage to him. Looks like throwing the tablets can really put the hurt on someone. Another potion, this time full of slime. I think we've discovered most of the interactions we can get out of the polymorphine, so... I shouldn't have thrown it. Well, it's not going to make a difference after all. We have another bottle right here. And apparently the tablet is a very good weapon to carry around. Wonder if the same applies to the rock. How'd you get over there? I definitely don't have any teleporting spells here. 266. I have some ideas to do with that. Looks like we found a new strategy. Also seems like we're getting more gold from those guys. Don't know if we picked up something that has good luck, or if that's the tablet. Ah, missed. Now I gotta go pick it back up. We'll get better at that with time. You know, I wonder if we should start trying to do some of the daily quests. That might help us get a little bit more progress if we're going on the same map again and again. Brine, again, not very useful for us. The firebolt's nice, though. Now, I suppose we have been goofing around on the first level a bit too much lately. We haven't even found any good wands either. More of the damn polymorphine potions. I guess that's just the theme for tonight. I don't know if we tested its interaction with brine, though. Nope, seems like there's nothing special between them. Between brine and water, they separate, they don't mix. Another damn polymorphic potion. I think if we pour this out, we should be able to try to get some more useful substances out of it. What the hell happened here? Something exploded. I'd like to find out what it was. Go ahead and pour this down the shaft at an angle where hopefully it can't hurt us. Now, see if we can find some gunpowder. Another person begrudgingly transformed into a sheep. Oh, and I guess that would include me. That looks like a shrine where a wand would have been. Alright. We are here to experiment tonight, so it's mostly going to be a discovery stream. Brine again. They refuse to give us anything new and different. Just water and baleful polymorphs abound. Acceleration is different. That's very important to see what that mixes with. Let's see, fire guys. That guy is also on fire. I wonder if we can put out these flames. It seems like it's doing a little bit of damage to him. But he's not going to approach us. And also that wand that was over there got knocked off, it looks like. And spiders. It's very easy to take damage in this game. I guess Brian reacts similarly, given that it's mostly just salt water. Maybe this one will be a bit more useful. Marginally. Ah, James! I'm glad to see you. How you doing? Welcome back. I've been gushing over that fan art to my friends. Absolutely made my weekend. We'll need to find out where that wand went. Supposedly somewhere over here. Let's try to pick up that gold before it vanishes. This run isn't turning out very well either. Bombs will be useful for us. That was on its own pedestal, so what happened to the one that was here? Wonder if it got picked up by someone. How was your Sunday, James? I got a little bit of work done relevant to the stream. I have somewhat of a scope on how I'll be trying to format schedules in the future. Really, dynamite and no explosion. Let's see if acceleration has any interaction here. Doesn't look like it. Brian? Seems they just separate like oil and water normally would as well. Acceleration sits on the top of water. Oh, what's that? Slime. Where the heck did the slime come from? Where did the explosion come from? Alright, let's start it over. Run it by again. What's that? Is that the 5th time we died? It hasn't even been an hour. Weekends consist mostly of playing games or watching videos. Same here, and I'm trying to shake it up a bit. Maybe put in more work into personal projects. Used to be for a while there I was streaming on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, but... oh, I could have used that. Then again, I can still use it. So long as we get the water out of here, we can make use of that levitation. Da 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 da. And we'll see how much of that stuff we can scoop up now. Get rid of the spiders, get rid of the guy with the dynamite who ruined everything for me once again. It's getting out of my grasp. Can I get any of it? Barely some water. Seems we keep getting screwed over, isn't it? Get rid of that over here. You're going to continue bleeding slime all over the place, apparently. a gentle toss. That's not going to get me any of that potion, is it? We'll see if any of it escaped downstairs. Explode that. Explode this. So when they were being smashed with the emerald tablet, it looked like it averaged to about 2 gold pieces. Something about those tablets. Aside from summoning demons, apparently, when we take them to that altar. Proud to exterminate all the spiders in here. Spiders actually are very normally pleasant creatures. I don't know why the ones in this game decide they're going to attack you the instant they see you. Gunpowder up there, which hopefully we can get our hands on. Looks like we can't pick up any of that coal. I wonder if we can pick up smoke. Nope, no smoke for us. Oh, right, those guys just explode the area around them randomly. And apparently drop to the ground whenever they're shot. So we have some use for these tablets. When we took them over to that shrine, we ended up getting murdered, so we're going to avoid going in that direction. Barely any money and no wants to be found. Toxic rock. Hey, that'll light that on fire. Now we can get around to this other side, but it looks like that might not lead us down into there. Kick the cart. This place is an absolute maze. And there's still no wands. What's with the large vertical shaft here? Seems like wise we are being shaft-ed. One reason I'm so fond of Dead Cells is that game has some consistency in spite of its random generation. Acid potion. Now this is news for us. I don't know if we've even found an acid potion yet. Ooh. I think this is where most of that levitation ended up. Drop that flask down there, and hopefully it'll pick up some of that stuff for us to carry. Levitation and toxic sludge. I think so long as they stay mixed, it's not necessarily going to be an issue that... Oh, well, now it's probably... Yep, it has blood and water. Ah, right. Since we mixed the toxic sludge and water, there's no longer any toxic sludge in that bottle. How do we get up there? I've got an idea. And it involves exploding things. Not enough. Here we go. I got all day. And he has explosions on his side, apparently. Alright, I guess levitation will get rid of the toxic at least. I hate having to expend that, though. I was told we should probably carry around some water potions, so I might start doing that in the future. I know you have a route to take out there, but... I wonder what the acid does. I mean, obviously the acid will corrode through things, but we have to see what it interacts with. Most importantly, we haven't been able to break through steel before. Its projectiles are apparently combustible, yes. As you probably saw about 5 seconds after you typed that question. Noted. So maybe some fire spells will work better on them in the future. Now the important question. Can we eat through steel with this? It looks like we can. Can we eat through the dense rock with this? Well, that's one way to get in there. Looks like it doesn't do that on contact, only if it manages to sit on top of the steel. So that's a bit less useful than I would have hoped. That is how you should get rid of spiders. Explosives. We can't do anything. Acid plus toxic sludge. Looks like they don't mix and it just sits off to the side. No way to get in there, it seems. Oh wait, here we go. No, we were here before. Wonder if we can use that on the wood. It does dissolve wood, but only if we can get it to sit on top. No answer on the extremely dense rock yet. Maybe down here is an example. Catching on fire the instant I try to think. That's how it usually happens. Think too hard and all the heat will go to your head. There was no way we were salvaging that run anyway. Brine potion once more. That seems to be half of our runs is just brine. Having a bit of a bad luck streak with yes, a very flammable Xander. At least if the stream title is anything to go by. I was told to carry more water potions, so when we're done with some of our alchemical experimentations, that should be a mainstay for us. But right now, I want to see what reacts with what. Seems brine will dilute the toxic stuff. Get some shots in there. And we should have a wand sitting here. Oh. That's a weird looking wand. Hopefully that has something interesting for us. Bouncy balls are at least good. We'll set that to first place because that probably functions a bit better for us. Ah, 3 at once. That will function a lot better for us. And OBS says it's lost my streams. Hit that refresh and double check. It doesn't look like it's reporting numbers to me. Oh, no. Seems everything's working. Except OBS. There we go. Now it's reporting again. Well, it took us an hour, but we finally got into our technical difficulty of the stream. As long as you don't count spontaneous combustion as a technical error. Well, we don't really have to worry about aiming too much anymore. Or maybe we should. We'll spontaneously combust something that shouldn't be combusted. Like this gunpowder here. These spiders, though, deserve everything they get. You missed the flammability. Well, I suppose it's here to stay, given... I'd like to be doing a lot more Noita on this channel. I do have a couple of different games planned for streams soon. But this week it's mostly just repeats of stuff we've been doing so far. On Thursday we have Rivals of Aether again, which either anyone is welcome to join for friendlies, otherwise we'll be looking through the character workshop. Give that a little punt. Noted. Fire guys are not immune to explosive damage. That allows us to fight people without even looking directly at them. Seems we have found a good wand, finally. Glowing matter. Brine plus lava equals glowing matter that hardly even glows? Alright, I'll take it. So, as long as we keep ourselves alive now, we're going to want to look for some way to dig a tunnel or acquire some levitation. From there, we can find a couple of extra orbs, which will give us more maximum health. What is that? Ambrosia. Well then, hello there. Where's all that coming from? Don't tell me you blew up a potion. It was draining from up here, so either there was a potion or someone was mixing it. Now, the ambrosia is going to be extremely useful for us, that I will probably just go ahead and get rid of all the brine. I wonder if this leads somewhere interesting. Oh, right. Keep the potion held out and you just end up picking back up the water. Give ourselves a little scoop. So ambrosia is important because it grants invincibility as long as you're standing in it. 48% full. Oh, come on, you can do better than that. I think if we keep swimming through there, though, we should be able to keep the water on us. Doesn't look like there's anything useful in there, so we'll skip that. I'm getting some nasty, nasty ideas. 65% full. That should be enough. If there's a crafting recipe for that, we'll definitely need to know it. And once again, Xander's on fire. We can be just fine with expending a little bit of that in that case. You know, as long as we stand here, we should be completely invincible. Unfortunately, that ambrosia wears off very quickly as you move. Ah, never mind, the brine would have been very useful there. We'll see if we can find another flask. So far, so good. And again, things are igniting without our intervention. Here, why don't we demonstrate? This guy shouldn't take any damage from our spells. Yep. Until he moves out of that puddle. Or, you know, he'll have to move in order to actually get rid of that effect. If you stand still, you shouldn't be losing any of something you're coated with. Strangely enough, drinking ambrosia doesn't actually give you its effects. How long until that wears off? Not even the heavy tablet of comedic slamming can work. Yeah, he's immune to gravity as well, apparently. I suppose now he's the guardian of the tablet. No harm will ever come to him or his guarded treasure. Yeah, that's right, keep following me. Well, that was a disappointment. Oh wait, I do have that tablet. So earlier, when we were using gravity, it seemed to give us some better effects. Looks like we get extra gold whenever we slam someone with gravity, so this tablet will actually be mostly used as a weapon. Worm pheromone. Wait, now what does that combine with? Neither with oil nor blood, it looks like. So far, our best run yet, it seems. No combination with water. Probably nothing with lava. Well, that makes it impossible to dodge bullets in this corridor. At least those projectiles don't hit us. Where is melee in this? That would probably be the kick button. But this is one of those games where enemies hurt you just by touching you. Not every game has a dedicated melee button. Although it is one of my favorites, it's sometimes left out for the cases in which you're just supposed to dodge opponents. Not every game gives you the opportunity to fight back. That probably contains whiskey. So this game makes a distinction between worm pheromones and regular pheromones, so they might have an interaction. We already tested with oil, right? Looks to be no interaction there. Time to earn my physics license. Then again, it doesn't look like these orbs actually bounce off of surfaces correctly. For the most part, they just fly directly back to you. Yeah, for example, if I'm shooting them up there, they should mostly ricochet off at somewhat of a 90-degree angle. And a few of them are, but most of them are just bouncing directly back to us. Now, the frogs are definitely going to try to murder us. There's another wand. Hidden from view. This is probably our closest way in. Or, of course, go rolling off the side. Hey, that still works. Yellow? What's yellow? Seems we have that guy still trying to disrupt us with potions. What's yellow? No easy way to make that jump. We'll have to wait for those fires to go out, slowly. Please tell me how a frog deals 40 damage. Could someone explain that to me? I don't think that's explicitly a poison tree frog. So please explain to me how that's going to deal 40 damage. Alright, clean up and try again. That frog did not skip leg day, absolutely. Wow, our best run, that was only 12 minutes. Can't say I'm not impressed. Yeah, what was that frog chugging? I would have needed ambrosia for that. I guess maybe we're not supposed to go into those collapsed mines. This game really doesn't... Yeah, absolutely robbed. This game doesn't explain much of anything to you. I appreciate you having a chance to explore and figure things out, of course. I mean, that's actually why the alchemy and such would be so wonderful in this game. But I don't exactly know which way I'm supposed to go. Flammable. That's better than all the pheromones we found. Or at least that should be mystical enough to have some interesting combinations, at least. I went for it, and I suffered for it. Flammable and water do not mix. Wonder if it mixes with toxic sludge. Nah, we have a spot here. We still see the rainbow sparkles, so it looks like they don't miss. This game pulls absolutely no punches indeed. It's a complete crapshoot how things are going to turn out. So really, we just have to hope the RNG blesses us and we get lucky. Lucky enough for us to find some reliable health pickups. Now, most of the joy of a roguelike is not knowing what to expect, and, of course, the permadeath. Ooh, ambrosia. Now we're talking. We have 3 potion bottles. So now we get to do a little bit of chemistry homework. This looks like a trap. You got a wire over there connected to that box, so when I pick this up... Oh, that's all acid. So the joy of a roguelike is not knowing what to expect and having something different pop up each time, but there have been a number of psychological experiments done where people have a bias in understanding what they perceive as random. A lot of truly random cases definitely don't feel random. I remember this was happening when people were setting their playlists on their phones for their favorite songs. Setting them to shuffle if they were truly random would have the actual possibility of, say, finding the exact same song twice in a row. A lot of people didn't like that. So the shuffle option on your phone or MP3 player or web browser actually isn't truly random. Likewise, it'd probably be a bit more secure if your roguelikes had a bit more stability to them. Dead Cells, for example, will always give you the same number of upgrade scrolls. It'll randomize you the items or the weapons that you find, but you should generally expect, as long as you play Completionist, to find a good amount of stuff. Though there is an entire trope of roguelikes where their whole focus is trying to get you from point A to point B as quickly as possible. I think Spelunky does the same. This game definitely doesn't force you to move along. What do I have here? Fire, right? And on fire again. Humans see patterns and coincidences, absolutely. Let's see if we can get a good shot on him. Sadly, we can't just set down ambrosia and forget about it, because we can't pick it back up once we placed it, unless we pour down a whole puddle of it. Flummoxium does nothing with water. What about with ambrosia? Let's find ourselves a little pit that's not going to disrupt us that much. Pour some of that. And it doesn't look like they mix, maybe a little bit more. Nope, those are two completely separate fluids. Flummoxium doesn't interact with water, and I don't think ambrosia does either. I'd probably appreciate this game a little bit more if it had some consistency in usually providing you a somewhat consistent number of upgrades. But right now it seems you just explore the entire area, and then you get to find out if you actually have health pickups or not. I want to take this gunpowder, but the 3 substances we have on our person are all way too important to us. Just because Flummoxium is a little bit rare, I definitely want to see what it mixes with. And hopefully we're not on just a wild goose chase. We already tried that. That is something that needs to explode. Wait for it, wait for it. And a 3, 2. Close enough. It's still dark over here. Dense rock. What we need is to figure out what cuts through dense rock. And another thing, why this little cube is here. I wonder if there's a way to put those in your pocket. I'd definitely love to carry that around. So far, getting a decent bit of exploration done here. Seems we've mostly cleared out the enemies in the areas we've been. I don't know if we have too much more room to explore now. Oh, there's another guy hopping around the darkness over here. So what we want is, while we are mostly spending this stream just trying to figure out our alchemical combinations, one of our other big concerns is trying to get a consistent way to get us up to the top where there's that shrine. Throw in a couple of tablets there and we'll have a bit of a consistent way to get ourselves some health upgrades. Hopefully there's nothing too crucial in that chest. Ah, a wand. Luckily, those aren't flammable. I forget, what did this one have? Bouncy. Get it. Enough water, and plenty of dynamite. Now that I like. That actually gives us an excellent digging opportunity. Stay above the toxic sludge, which, while we are covered in water, we want to try to keep that. 74% full. We'll try to keep this as full as we possibly can over most of our time. Now, we have plenty of room to dig. So, I have an idea. Ah, it's not gonna get us up to that shrine. But maybe we can dig up a little hole that gets us a higher perch or something, just as a way to navigate up this mountain. Now, if we shot a dynamite stick just straight at the mountain itself, it might bounce off, so what we want to try to do is climb along the side and fire parallel to it. Oh, that fires multiple ones. There's a little hole for us. And voila! We can get to the top now. Although our next issue comes in figuring out exactly how we're going to get up to that island. Just barely. Run that by again because we've got plenty of ammo to spare for this one. Maybe a little bit less. Why are they dropping these dark clouds? That one doesn't explain anything. Is it the... Okay. Apparently the bushes here seem to be making darkness. Almost dug through. So we have that open. Now we need to try to see if we can get ourselves up in there. We might need some levitation. But a clever levitating pattern might actually get us up there. We just flutter our jump a little bit. Almost. Let's see if holding it down does anything different. It only gives us a slight boost, it looks like. We could check inside that pyramid. Pyramid might have something useful for us in there. Looks like the world generation carved out a few holes for us. We do have the pit over here that we can find that other orb and the tablet associated with it. I think that's on the border of the desert and the forest here. Exactly, through this little cave. Or, wow, that isn't a cave. Huh. I didn't know this game would produce floating islands. It keeps giving me little surprises here and there, it seems like. Excellent run so far. We've stayed alive longest, but that's mostly because we took a break from the dungeon itself. I wonder if that's where we need to go. It's dark right here, so there's probably a landscape above. I don't think there's any secrets up there. Ah, this must be what we're looking for. More of these guys, a little bit early. Wow, they do a lot of damage. Maybe we should have brought that tablet with us. Thrown that in and used that as a weapon. I think if we float a far enough distance away from him, we should be able to just avoid his shots. Throw in some more of those down here. Just to make sure we hit something before it hits us. Now this is new. And those are dangerous. Very dangerous. Let's not go through there just yet then. Oh, wait a minute. You know, I tried finding a way down there, but it seems we just got caught on that little ledge instead. I was willing to use the ambrosia, but it looks like everything down there is just even more painful and violent. Laser tanky. I guess that's a self-explanatory name. No chance to see what that Flammuxium does. Alright, I think we can switch gears. It's been an hour and a half, so why don't we just go straight into the dungeon itself. Try to play the standard way. We might find some better wands that way. That'll help us further along. Water potion, and what I'm guessing is a dynamite wand. Already a better start. You see, I'm cursed. Things tend to explode just because I'm in the area. Although I suppose there are some good things to be found out of it. Note to self, before you get into fire, douse yourself in water. Class, try to help me remember that. If I'm carrying a water potion on me and I immediately just dive into fire, please, scold me for that. Oh, another one. We might have a bit of a promise here. Now, all we need is some levitation to get up to that shrine. That way we can guarantee a couple of extra health pickups. Then from there, it's one trip to the Holy Mountain, and we should be good for the next few levels. The darkness doesn't help, though. That will prevent us from knowing where we've been, won't it? So we'll have to memorize the map in our own heads. More wood. And that, we can just kick the lantern over there. And that should take care of it, allegedly. Just as long as we can get the fire to spread that extra little bit. Doesn't look like that's happening. Apparently, dynamite doesn't make fire. Which I guess makes sense, it's just supposed to be an explosive material. Luckily, that doesn't damage the chest, and now... Well, off to a better start this time. I wonder what's over there. Probably nothing important. More water for a potion, and a wand, which hopefully... Ooh. I like the sound of that. Does it happen around me or around the crosshair? I think that will only apply directly to water or other electrifiable substances. Doesn't look like that's going to deal damage to enemies on its own. Only one way to find out. It's electrifying him, but it doesn't look like it's doing too much damage. So we'll just drop that if we find anyone immersed. Though it's probably a lot more replaceable than... I think this will be more useful, honestly. That one's going to just keep burning then. So now, at least while we have the saw blade, we should be a lot more careful. Given that we have picked up 2 health pickups, that sets us at a much better precedent than before. So we will overall try to be much more careful. How do I ignite that? I'd like to see what's on the other side. Ah, it stays there. Interesting. Now, I'm wet, so this might hurt. I don't really have a way to help myself if I get shocked, do I? Well, we're here to discover. Easy. We'll be fine. Looks like all that is just the other side of the little structure here that housed the treasure chest. Saw blade will both hurt us and the enemies more. Oh good, this one doesn't bounce nearly as violently. Deals wonderfully high damage as well. Now, if only we could find vampirism again. That was useful. Imagine keeping around a blood potion. If only there was a way to actually help myself sustain a bit more. Right now, it looks like the only health pickups you can find are the ones between holy mountains. The actual health restores, not just a buff. This looks like an ample location for a bomb. We are on a quest for levitation, or chemicals to mix to make it, whatever that recipe is, assuming there is one. I feel like you should be able to make just about every one of those potions. So, Kayla, you're laughing at me being on fire. Do you find that amusing to you? I mean, that is the stream name. You should be cautious of highly flammable professors. I wonder what you would find in a computer environment that's very flammable. I don't think computer parts are actually a victim of that too much. Like, they wouldn't incite a bigger fire than what would already be there. Get rid of the toxic sludge, try to make sure we can get that gold. And up here, Berserkium. Not really, it's just part of the fun of some of this game. Part of some of the fun of this game. I absolutely would have to agree with you. Over time, I should be a lot more responsible and less prone to self-ignition. What an appropriately violent way to incapacitate that thing. Give me that potion and get me out of here before I drown. Do I have an air pocket here? I do. And a little bit of wood. Now that we are wet from being doused in water like that, we are not going to take damage from the fire. Well, that guy found a wand, especially violent one. I want that one. Give it to me. Might as well. Hopefully that's something beneficial to us. Oh, he already died. Guess one of our stray bolts did hit him. Don't tell me that was just a magic missile that entire time. What a waste. I don't think that Circle of Thunder is going to be very useful for us. It has some decent stats, but I think I'll go with this one. Another potion. Can I know what that one is, please? The purple sparks imply that it might be polymorphine. Hopefully. The toxic sludge is only a problem if you're... Oh, well, never mind. Yeah, it seems like we will have to immerse ourselves with more water than anything else every time we step in. Luckily, there's plenty of water around here to spare. Watch that. Another chest. And more gold. So we're going to search this entire area to see if we can find our way to get some sort of extra health pickups. Levitation will be most important to us. Another potion hidden in the darkness. Wow, those saw blades are useful. So long as they don't bounce back and hit us. Toxic rock. I don't think water's going to purify that. Now, if we keep picking back up some water and then pouring it on the rest of the toxic sludge, we should be able to keep diluting it indefinitely. After all, if it only turns some of the toxic sludge into water, we can at least still pick back up most of it. Obviously, there's some sort of secret over there, so... Wait a minute. Kick you to the end. We are doused in water this time. Looks like it's just more holy mountain. Give me that. The gold's just out of reach. Anything up here? No path for us to take, but it looks like there's plenty of enemies. Only a couple shots necessary. Nice. Careful about the guys coming in behind us. We are covered in water, so we should survive any of them. That's acid, that's not poison gas. It would have been interesting if toxic rock would dissolve into water and make it into toxic sludge. I agree. Alright, so we know those big guys drop acid then, not just flammable gas like their lesser brothers. It's all just self-destructive discoveries tonight, then. Welcome to Noita, I guess. Kill something for me, please. Honestly, that darkness was debilitating enough that I probably would not have wanted to do that any longer. I agree, Kayla. That is definitely damn it worthy. Oh, look at me, I'm a sharpshooter. So those guys drop toxic sludge, whereas it seemed the bigger guy dropped full-blown acid. The air feels hot. I don't even know what that means. I suppose I could look it up, but chances are for a game like this, the answer might contain spoilers. Well, neglect that one for now. Come on. There we go. Wander a little way over here. Nothing. Brine ourselves up. That guy will be a problem. We have another electrical box over there, and then a potion. Everything's sitting here right atop a holy mountain, it looks like. They are floor modifiers. Yeah, I'm guessing that. They're changing the effects of the area, but I don't know what the air feels hot specifically is supposed to mean. Looks like a worm carved its way through here. Fall down, go boom. Nice. Got it. Tell me what that means, Broham. I know you're an expert on this game. What does the air being hot actually signify? Some of the other ones are intuitive. I guess that one might make fire damage greater. That'd be my only guess. Deep red, is that berserkium or is that's a blood potion? Interesting. I think that's the first time we found outright blood. A fire potion? How do you put fire in a bottle? Water continuously turns into steam. Noted. Maybe that's why we haven't found any. Up. Okay. Apparently there's a small enough hole there for us to fall through. Now we have fire in a bottle. What can we use that for? I mean, obviously setting on things on fire, but we now can do that a lot, so everything flammable is now up for grabs. I like this spell. This one hurts a lot. Nice little bounce to it, too. Ah, it's pushing back. Are the purple things portals that we've never been through? Those would be portals into the next holy mountain. What I'm trying to do is find a couple of upgrades. Okay, there it is. Look, the water's turning into steam. What I'm trying is to find some equipment before we go on there, because for the most part, getting into Holy Mountain is sort of a one-way trip. Unless you have a way to dig yourself back out. So we're wanting to look for something that has a chainsaw, a luminous drill, and hopefully have a way to get back up here. Because once we get our hands on some way to levitate, I would like to try to get those upgrades. Brine. So we have Firebolt on this wand, and then it looks like a lot of other effects, or a lot of other potential effects. That is a very good wand to keep. Those portals will give us an opportunity to acquire more equipment, but it's also sort of a one-way trip. We want to make sure that this being a roguelike that gives us an indefinite amount of time, we want to make sure, one, that this is on fire, and two, that we have grabbed all the good amount of stuff we can before we move on. As well, so far, we haven't taken any damage. So as long as we can keep this up, we'll be able to have a much better precedent for the future. That's probably not going to cut the steel. Correct. Alright, it feels like we've explored half this area so far. Aside from those really dangerous places with the murder frogs off to the left. No easy way getting through there. Fire in a bottle, who would have thought? So the brine is mostly in limited supply. We want to try to refill that with water, which they don't mix, but it looks like they serve roughly the same purpose. Wow, how much damage does that do? Damage slice. Whatever that means. Looks like that's one of the better starter spells for us. More hounds. And some toxic rocks. Some roxic tox. Blood, so obviously we've been here. I don't think there's an easy way to get rid of those. Very odd place to find some steel. That might be a bit of a dangerous place for us. great, fine. Wish there was a more reliable way to get those things to explode where I needed them. Come on. Oh. What's this? Glitter bombs. But at the very least, it's a new wand for us. Collapsed mines will be very dangerous for us. But we do seem to be off to a much better start. Ooh, nice. We reflected his projectile back to him. So, next week... what is it? No, it's going to be another 2 weeks, I think. On September 30th, the new Melty Blood game comes out. For a while, that might even replace Guilty Gear as our designated fighting game. Polymorphine. I'm very excited for Melty Blood. It's not going to be as loud and dynamic as Guilty Gear, but it's definitely going to be harder. Melty Blood hasn't seen a game in about, what has it been? 14 years or so. Anything to get away from this frog. It's a fighting game made by the Dojin circle known as French Bread, which has actually done quite a few good fighting games. They are a smaller company compared to Arc System Works, who's responsible for Guilty Gear and BlazBlue. And because they don't have quite as much of a bottom line to oblige themselves to, they have a little bit more freedom. Oh, come on. You can do better than that. Because of that, Melty Blood is going to potentially be a much more intense and difficult fighter. Those look like roots in the background. Well, we're probably under that giant tree that you find on the left side of the forest. We did encounter that at the beginning of, I think, stream number 2. I think we're underneath that giant tree, which, so far, doesn't seem to be reacting to our attempts to burn it. Okay, maybe they are poison frogs if eating them causes us to start tripping balls. Get where I can see you. There we go. I want to see you burn. And I want that acid. Although maybe there's not a way to use it just yet. On fire, once again. But for that amount of gold, it was worth it. Before the little gremlin gets up here. We are slowly running out of water and brine. Although over here, it shouldn't be evaporating away as much. If we can just perch on this little corner and get him with a ricochet. Like so. Wow! That might be one of my favorite spells to start with. Very useful for us. And there's another potion down there. Get some water while we're here and before it evaporates. We're okay with mixing the blood and water because we're mostly using that as a way to guarantee ourselves to not catch on fire. Lava potion. I don't think we need to draw much of a distinction between water and blood, so gently set that down, and we'll take this dangerous little baby. Holy mountain, so in case we really needed to get out of here. Copper. So far, so good. And more toxic stuff. Exactly. I have no idea how you're able to bottle lava. Worse, bottle fire. That is definitely a miracle of the scientific persuasion. So far, we're not nearly on fire as we used to be. I'm gonna need an answer. How do you put fire in a bottle? Let's see. We have polymorphine, fire, oil, and lava. Lava has no interaction with toxic rock. Neither does polymorphine. Who dove into a lava lake to fill that? And the fire bottle. Exactly. I mean, I could understand putting a highly flammable substance inside of a bottle. That's how you have to transport most, alkali earth metals. The ones that you find furthest left on the periodic table, those react violently with water. There's something that actually catches fire when it touches water. Or more accurately, explodes to an extent. Hope no one's claustrophobic. Because of that, oh boy, what do we have here? A miracle if I've ever seen one. Seems like some sort of worm has been here. I could understand bottling an explosive metal like that and teleportation. What happens if I combine that with polymorphine? Does that do anything? Seems like they don't mix. I'm not going to try to pick up that teleportation because, well, one, how do I get the bottle back? Seems whatever was through here dug through all the holy mountains. Hopefully that doesn't anger the gods in its stead. In our stead. That portal is still functional. Looks like there's some more teleportation. And possibly not any path into the Holy Mountain from here, but if there is, we've lucked out big time. Because right now, our concern is trying to get back after we get into the Holy Mountain. Holy Mountains being those checkpoints where we get other spells for those who don't remember. You see that quake? I don't like that. I guess there's just been a worm going through here. We've cleared out most of this area. We haven't found any pickups, but a decent arrangement of wands. And most importantly, 4 separate potions. Now those bombs might give us a way to dig through here. Although I imagine they don't actually do anything to the holy brickwork, right? Oh, what's this now? Just how far did you dig? Ah, not far enough. Interesting that there's little bits of teleportation there. I suppose that's to help get you out if you accidentally get yourself trapped down there. Maybe that's one solution. Very good progress on the gold so far. So... seems that's enough to at least guarantee some safety for us. Now, what we're going to try to do this time is if we get across that bridge, we're not going to pick up that orb until we know that we can dig our way outward and upward. Hopefully it doesn't come from this side, guaranteed. If not, that's another important discovery we've made today. We're avoiding that for the moment, and instead trying to see if we can find our way to dig upward and out. Such as through all of this rock. No little alcoves or tunnels, so we'll have to do it the long and hard way. That's what she said. Your professor did not just say that. Don't clip that. Under no circumstances. If I find that in a VTuber compilation, someone's getting punished. The larger bomb will probably give us a better hole to start with, so we're gonna stick... Okay, fine. At least that one didn't hurt us. What's the green stuff? Moss. Guess we'll just have to rely on mostly luck to make sure this works. Why is that only going upward? Seems the levitating is slow to recharge there. Dude, what? I told you I didn't say anything. I have no idea why these are so difficult to aim. Guess that really isn't going to help us. Alright, since we're not getting out that way, we're going to see now if we don't just immediately trigger a boss by going across this bridge without... Oh, yep, we did. We'll need this. Hey there, abomination-looking thing. With one-shot projectiles. Alright. Noted, we can't even get in there without triggering the boss battle. What does the class think? Do you want to do enough? And he's dead. Exactly. Maybe I could have just run past him in the other direction. So what does the class think? Do you want to do another fight, or another run, or do we just call it for tonight? I'll at least get one started, and if you all think that's good enough, then we can leave it to a rest for tonight. I was hoping to have more fun. But it seems mostly we've been screwed over into the exact same pattern tonight. Nothing but brine and water potions. Fine, you know what? We see that holy mountain, we take it. We have taken a lot of an opportunity to explore and try to optimize our playthroughs this time. Invisiblium. Hold on. I have another experiment to conduct. Making the mother of all omelets, Jack. You can't fret over every egg. Unstable teleportation. I'm getting myself into trouble. Encore, he says. So it seems like everyone wants to watch me suffer a little bit more. If I was afraid of that idea, I wouldn't have become a streamer. So, what's the, rage game you want to see Xander play? You know there's plenty of them out there that are designated to just make you as angry as possible. Now, a couple of you have seen a meltdown on stream, but it was mostly a sigh of exasperation and a rage quit. I'm talking about a game that I sit here and suffer through for 6 hours and then you all laugh at me. Getting over it is one on the list, but I'd rather save that for after being a bit more popular. Okay, fine, don't sit where I need you. A little bit more. Come on, get me in there. And it's gold. Can't complain about that. $360. An excellent start. Hold on. I have an idea. Let's get this out of the way before we do something too important and lose an investment. Toxic rock. What's going on here? Yeesh, I don't like the sight of that. Sorry you do not want to see that. Oh, come on, it'll be hilarious. Maybe not necessarily a meltdown, but there's at least some sympathy to be had by watching me get mad at a game. In a comedic presentation. Personally, you like seeing people have fun as opposed to suffering. I guess I picked the right audience then. I'm not very fond of the overactive, very loud communities. I preferred wanting to have a more relaxed environment to stream even when playing such dynamic games as Guilty Gear. And I said, Is that it? I suppose that is it. Now how about this? I said. Okay, so that's not gonna make me invisible. I have to actually step in some of it, don't I? Fine, go ahead. Let it all out. Oh, that's gross. Oh, Invisiblium plus water plus vomit potion now. It's just turning into more water. There's a solution here. Hold on. Well, we don't have anywhere to pour it now, do we? Of course, I could just use this method. Well, if it's gonna work now. Sounds like another shrine. I don't like where this leads. We're in deep trouble, aren't we? I was hoping we could sneak past while invisible, but I guess it didn't set up like that. Regardless, it looks almost safe now. We're already in the snowy depths now. Skip the entire coal pits. So now what we want to try to do is find our way back up, which is going to be incredibly difficult. Blue light is an enemy. That's also an enemy. I think for now we want to try being stealthy as possible. The rats don't look friendly. Though I guess they're minimally dangerous. Get me some more of that. Oh great, it's the sniper guys. I'm not dealing with this. You can't see me. You can't see me. I'm invisible. Should be safe as long as there's no more sniper guys. Just dodge the bullets. Weave in and out. Get ourselves cornered. And right into the middle of danger. I was hoping we could at least end up back in the Holy Mountain there, but it seems we got cornered. Okay, noted. How are we going to get over that bridge gap then, anyway? I don't know if we had enough levitation for that. A nice game to discover stuff with, at least. Absolutely ambushed. Berserkium this time. Well, that's a somewhat better start. Alright, so the Invisibilium almost worked. That could have gone a lot better for us, though. I was hoping we could at least have crossed the bridge again, but we didn't have any opportunity to splash it down, and for some reason... Tell me why a potion labeled for something does not give you the effects when you drink it. That one makes no sense to me. Invisibilium needs to be poured down in order to get its effects. Feels odd that it's a little unintuitive to splash stuff on yourself then. Especially in this game, you mostly just have to pour it upwards and hope gravity does the work you need it to do. Rain cloud. Cute. Precious. Marginally useful. Looks like the algorithm isn't picking me up anymore. Alright, you know, honestly, I've had a variety of different types of streams going on in this channel, and the ones I've enjoyed the most are the ones that lock in a few streamers for the entire time, or lock in a few viewers. The Guilty Gear streams are the most consistently successful ones. I think there's some people that show up from the game, or maybe the fact that it's currently just super popular. Let's get ourselves a little rain cloud. The art stream from last Saturday, though, was really wonderful because we had a very consistent number for pretty much that entire time. I'd prefer having a more relaxed and comfortable setting for a few hours at least. People popping in and then leaving just... it's a little disheartening. That time it wasn't my fault. Still on fire. Oh, it's the electric rock. Useful. I wonder how to get this stuff to show up more. I know you can definitely help me with a good old like, subscribe, and comment after the stream, but I try not to push that too hard. The streaming is mostly to try to get me to be a bit more responsible. Keep up a schedule. Obligate myself into a responsibility. Now what's that glowing off in the distance? That I need to know. I think starting sometime this week, along with getting some other stuff started, I am just going to try to look for some clips out of a few of my past streams, and see if I can put together a compilation or at least release, I don't know, stockpile up a few videos from some highlights in the streams, and then send those out as videos. Have that for a little bit of help with getting some publicity. Because no one's going to go back and watch a 3-hour stream from someone they completely don't recognize. Okay, obviously a bomb, but I wonder who left it there. How about a Xander dies in Noita stream? Often by his own irresponsibility. Alright, we'll give it one more run, and this time we're just going to be very serious and cautious. Let's get ourselves into Holy Mountain this time. We haven't done any wand experimentation whatsoever. Oh, and this time we have a pouch of soil. I wonder, does soil differentiate itself from dirt, or is that just... Ah, I can't stand on it now, can I? Just crumples underneath your feet. Worthless. Unless I can just pick up some dirt with it. That pouch is full, and it's full of soil, moss, and grass. It seems to take a long time to drain as well, so I have an idea. Obviously it involves lifting myself up there to the top. Wow, that really doesn't stick. I wonder if that's just the soil or if the dirt does that as well. The soil is to feed the worms who can help you get out. Interesting idea. We'd have to find some worms first to verify that. Oh, wait. You're right. You're right. I realized that just as you typed it. We're collecting the soil back as we drop it. So let's head over here, pick up some of this nonsense. We do a little digging. And build ourselves a little hill. There we go. It's sturdy so long as we're not carrying the bag with us. You know, that alone gives us a bit of a digging opportunity with some of the softer materials around here. That might give us a little bit of an answer. Almost. We need to build that up a little bit higher. Enjoy the comfy sounds of various bits of dirt and gravel stacking on top of each other. So you can use this as a makeshift way to dig through just the dirt, but it's not going to get us through all the soil and stuff and the harder rock. Only through all the soft dirt. It might contain some old clips, but hopefully I'll have a Xander compilation out there. I'll post that one to the social media and hope that it takes. Give me back the levitation. And we'll build ourselves a little pile again. Actually doesn't feel like it's going to take as long as it looked initially. From that tippy top, we can almost reach it. What else can we dig through? Maybe bits of the desert. I don't think we have a reliable way to get on the other side of that tree yet. And given that we have seen the roots underneath, we probably can't dig underneath it directly. Yes, it's tedious, but bear with me. We might have a way to get ourselves up there and collect some of the power-ups a lot easier. See if that's enough. Ooh, just barely. Maybe it would have been a lot easier if we started build. No, it wouldn't have. We needed to start from a higher point more than we needed from a point close enough horizontally. One more collection should do it. After all, this is mostly an experimental stream. And we still haven't discovered any too useful new ingredient combinations, so I suppose from this point onward, our focus should be on getting into the actual Holy Mountains. Don't recommend going there. Oh, hey there. Capitoili 1. Welcome to the stream. Not recommending going up top. I was mostly going to try to see if we could get that little shrine up there. I have been there, and I've sacrificed a few tablets, but I think so long as we do less than 3, should be safe. Give that one more stockpile. Never got that far. All you know is that there's a boss. I know there was one in the pyramid. Indeed, we have a Twitch viewer. Hey there, Capitoili, or however it's pronounced. This is actually a simulcast between both YouTube and Twitch. Welcome. Ah, almost. Just a little bit more. I need dirt. I love dirt. Just a little bit more on our mound. And really, the only reason I'm doing this is to test if we can get up to that floating platform with a reasonable amount of dirt, not 4 full pouches like this time. That is sort of a tedious time waster. Voice sounds so soothing, thank you. I've been practicing it for about 10 months now. Try to create a comfy stream as possible. If I can't be an adorable anime girl, I'll be the next best thing. An adorable anime boy. Ah, there we go. Now it's a test to see exactly how much we can get up here. If that shrine is way too out of our reach, then this is definitely going to be a waste of a trip up here. No, I think that's very doable. Especially... Uh-oh. Well, that didn't hurt our mountain. That fuse is way too long to make use of up there. Yeah, that's definitely going to be a waste. We can't powder our way up there too reliably. Over here, though, it's nothing but dirt and desert, and I don't think we're too concerned with going that full trip. Let's just grab ourselves some snow, since that's a bit of an unusual material for us to use. Allegedly. Okay, it is filling. It's just not showing any actual color to go with it. You would have used the dynamite to shoot it. Oh, I'm sorry, I was hyper-focused. I didn't even look at the chat. Why can't I fly off the big gray rock? What big gray rock? Oh, Marky is in 2 separate places at once. You know, this game does have a Twitch integration, but I don't even know what it does. What do you say we try a round of that? Yeah, actually, let's go ahead and do that. Since we have a couple of Twitch viewers, let's at least have some sort of a positive spin on tonight. Let that power off, and I think we need to turn on streamer mode explicitly. Viewers can vote stuff. Alright, let's give it a try. New game. How do we turn that on? Options. Streaming. I think that works. Let me check the Twitch channel over here and see. URL is correct. Everything seems to be ready to go. Time between votes. Let's make it a little bit sillier. Let's go 75 seconds. Just a little bit over a minute. Play sound on new vote, let's go for on. Hide vote counts during voting. Well, it's only 2 people, so it's not going to make much of a difference. Maybe if y'all collaborated then. It's voting on random buffs or bad things. The one by the big pile of dirt. Oh, the shrines that you start next to, you can't use those as platforms. Creatures can be named after viewers. Sure, why not? I wonder if there's a mod to integrate this with YouTube. I'll look that up after this stream and see if we can get a YouTube and Twitch integration here. Apply and return. I suppose we could have done that one that already had the powder bag. Alright, let's see what happens. So far, we have a bit of terrain misgenerating over here, it looks like. Just to give you a show, Kayla. Nope. Those we fall directly through. Uh-oh. Can't see the votes because I'm in front of it. Let me just, snoop down here. You know what? Let's rearrange this stuff. Put this up here. And Xander is going to be on the other side. There, that's a little better. That's a lot better, actually. Given that we have the top left over here for our inventory, I think that's a very good balance on the stream. Four. Oh, you guys are being benevolent. Thank you. I can't wait for the sadistic hordes if I keep this up long enough. Now, I can definitely see the mods to see if there's a way to get it to look for restream. And then we could actually have the YouTube viewers vote on it as well. It might just be looking for... Oh, what do we have here? A shotgun. Thank you. And a pouch full of fungal soil. Get the shotgun going. I'll show you my boomstick if you show me yours. Well, that was a lovely start. Of course, don't entirely rule out the sadistic options. Make this fun. For all of us. Give him a one more. I said one more. Oh, come on. Fine. Well, given that... how does it compare? I think the shotgun will be better for us than the bouncy balls, at least. Oh, look at me, I'm just peeking in from the side here. Give me a little bit more prevalence. And... that's the fire rock. Which is very convenient for us. And drop it. Good to go. Let's see if we can take care of this guy right here real quick. First objective is to keep me alive. Second is to be silly. I'm definitely interested, as I did mention earlier, in figuring out the alchemy stuff. I have no idea what the results would be for the potions option. Protect creatures, invisible enemies. Wow, this is a complete toss-up, isn't it? I'd definitely love to do this with more viewers sometime. Most importantly, Well, the option did say... Oh, what the hell happened here? Rusted metal. Huh. Ooh. Well, I like that. It's incredibly dangerous, but I like incredibly dangerous. That quote there, Kayla, was actually from Twitch, not from me. Whiskey potion. Well, it's definitely a bottle full of magical liquid. So the modding options menu... what is it? Streaming. Install streaming integration mods. I'll look that one up, and if there isn't one that allows for restream, I'm going to make it happen. Worm pheromone. We definitely haven't experimented with that one enough. How do I sound normally? I'm a little willing to keep that a bit of a secret. It's a bit deeper and a bit more towards the front of my throat. A bit rougher, but another consequence of keeping up the Xander voice so often is... Even if I tried to speak with my regular voice right now, it would still have some of the Xander-specific quirks. Such as the little bit of vocal fry at the back of my throat. So... I couldn't even give you a demonstration right now if I wanted to. A little deeper, a little more monotone. Speedy uh-oh. Pick up some of that. And now we make our choice. What do we want to get rid of? Whiskey, I feel like it doesn't have that much of a useful application, but we do have the worm pheromone here. Let's go ahead and give ourselves a little bit of a mixer. Whiskey goes there. Gently place the flask on the ground. And pick up this bad boy. Now please give me some wonderful revelation here. You disappoint me. What is that? Is that levitation? That's what we've been looking for. Acceleration. Rigged. I didn't even see what happened. Okay, so that is horizontal speed rather than vertical. If we manage to snag ourselves some of that, we might be able to actually glide over that bridge after escaping from the big flying monster thing. Mr. Tentacle Boy, who doesn't like us going over the lava lake. Speaking of, we definitely need more water. Get that picked up. Talking about the right, yeah, over on the other side of the bridge and the lava lake. We've had a few choice encounters with him tonight. None of them pleasant. But we did get away from him one time. Electric torch. And scrolling through the inventory. Well, I did say I liked dangerous. Alright, I'll have to use the number keys to scroll through the inventory. Luckily, mistakes are harder to make once you learn about them. Didn't look like that one was holding too many promises for us. Indeed, biggest of mistakes made. Here we have all the toxic sludge around here again. I have a solution. We'll make a solution. Get it? It's a chemistry joke. to Xander ASMR, where your teacher whispers horrible puns into your ear. I'm not gonna do that. I don't even have horrible puns available. Am I a teacher? I am not a teacher in real life. I would be if they weren't underpaid. Although there'd definitely be a lot of college to go through for that. But on my streams, I do try to give some sort of tutorial on mechanics. I try to explain how things work, or if there's some obscure knowledge to be provided. I'll do my best. I did only recently start streaming, as you can see from the low follower count. Now that's what I'm talking about. But on the list is to try to make some video tutorials in time. I'm not officially licensed as a teacher, but I would very much like to be one. More. Give me more. It helps me get through the day. You know, I'm not even watching the voting options, so you could drop something completely horrible on me, and I wouldn't have seen it coming. I'm focused towards the center of the screen. People drop some very bad stuff. I don't know, I like the whiskey. On big streamers, absolutely. I'm not sure how much I aspire to be there one day. You need to set an example for your viewers. Anything but option 1, please. Extreme spread, what the hell does that mean? Yeah, I'm not looking forward to it. I would very much be interested in trying to get a few more people watching Noita. There is a Dead Cell stream tomorrow as well if you like roguelikes with Twitch integration. I'll have to see if there is a mod for restream or mixed chats there as well. That'll carve us a path in there. And downwards. These are all bad, but 2 is the least bad. Whatever that means. Extreme spread. Like, all projectiles... Oh, well, that's not that bad. It means I'm not going to kill the spider, though. Through the fire and the flames, we carry on. Why did I even go in here? Oil potion. I'll find a use for that. Now how do we get over there? I don't think he's guarding anything important. Take a drink. If only I could block the face tracking while I do that. Xander there sits and holds his mouth agape in the most idiotic of expressions. Ah, no comical results for us with that one. That actually reminds me, I do need to snag that tablet. The gold will not protect you. Another whiskey potion. Marginally less useful. I think I hate these guys more than anyone else. At least until we get to those sniper guys in the snowy depths. I have no idea how to avoid those guys. I suppose we're not yet researching the advanced techniques. Look at Xander, he's being responsible. I don't yet have the advanced techniques to know how to set up a barricade out of powder and then prevent myself from being shot. Need to fly around. I suppose a bit less predictably. We're not going to worry about those guys right there, given all the prevalence of the little fire wizards. We're gonna need some water. More. Well, I think we found some. See if there's a lantern up there. Seems not. Maybe on the other side. Alright, explosives it is. Perfect. Yep, that's about how much water I go through in a day. Acid potion. Alright. Excellent results there. Now we have to see what we use that on. We know it works on wood, but most importantly it works on steel. Which so far, I don't think we've yet seen anything containing stuff that's super important behind there. Coal. Yeah, more coal and wood. Why not? We got one more. Ah, and a treasure chest. Hopefully with nothing expendable. A wand. Excellent. Uh-oh. Do you have any idea what you just did? You know, my scientific curiosity is going to get the better of me, right? You know I can't let that happen without at least finding an opportunity to test it. Okay, I don't think you understand. This is very, very important to me. For someone who plasters an atomic symbol everywhere, I need to express my love for nuclear fusion. Now, of course, I'm going to be safer about it, and I'm going to make sure I get out of this cave first. Of course, if it expires before then, well, you don't have to worry. There is no save. Please tell me it doesn't destroy the entire map. No ambrosia. I suppose we're safe. I will be responsible. If I had ambrosia now. Alright. Nukes. Is there a nuke spell? I'll need my hands on it. Sea of water, new wand, sea of oil, or fireball thrower. Alright, that's top priority after the stream, is trying to figure out how to make this work with Restream as well. Because I know I have some dedicated viewers on YouTube instead. I prefer YouTube personally, but Twitch does have its perks. Mostly the case I wanted... Oh. Oh, heavens. Now that I like. Morphine. What's most expendable? I suppose the whiskey potion. Polymorphine is a far more bizarre option, so I'll leave that one for the... Oh, right. We have this over here, too. Cute, but expendable. We need a heavy, heavy brick to throw at people. $284 is not nearly enough, but we're already near the end here. This would be the first time we'd actually gone through a holy mountain tonight, so might as well. Now, while we still have a significant amount of health, and... oh, nice. We just get to play with spells here instead. Sea of Lava, Sea of Water. It feels like we're unlocking some very different and unique ones the further we go along. Plasma Cutter, what does that one do? Delayed Spellcast, Glittering Field, Bouncing Burst, Slime Ball. Most of these are pretty lame. YouTube is your preference most of the time, but as you can see, well, they're both options. And until I'm big enough to actually have to make a decision for monetization, I'm perfectly willing to simulcast. Plasma Beam specialized in cutting materials. High mana drain, so we want to have something with a lot of mana to expend for it. And then maybe a short cast delay and recharge time. It looks like that one is our best option. We'll put that there for now. Just as a guess. Remove ground. All nearby solid ground disappears. Oh boy. Alright, let's get out of here before Skeletor shows up. I do congratulate you, though. You definitely made it entertaining. Ooh, I like that. And it's painful. Now, so long as Skeletor doesn't know where we are all the time, we might be safe. You replace personal fireball thrower. Maybe not the best idea. Free spells, grab them all. Okay, interesting idea. What do we replace this with? What's our least useful wand? I guess this one. Now, it's all dangerous up here, isn't it? Oh, right, we still have the plasma beam now. That is a very good wand. Now we just need to make sure we don't die. What about you? Useless. Quick, pick him up. In retrospect, I think that was an excellent idea, but... no perks for me, it looks like. Unless we can give ourselves a little sneaky entrance. I have an idea. It's an excellent idea. So that has ammo on it, but it's called personal fire. Makes a projectile turn the creatures it hits into living fireball throwers. I don't think I want them to be doing that, so why not expend all that ammo? They might hurt each other, but that increases the chances they'd hurt me as well. Improve wands. All wands in your vicinity get slightly better stats. Excellent. Okay, I like this a lot more. Far more interesting. I'm tempted. Unless you convince me otherwise. Are the perks still going to be there? Or do they disappear once we've angered Scaly Man into attacking us? Looks like they're still there. I'm tempted. Guess that might have gotten rid of them. At least that's what it looks like. No way we're getting back in there. They're still there. Well then. Alright. Does that give us the option for all three now? Or only one at a time? Faster levitation, healthy exploration. You levitate faster. Every time you visit a new area, you regain 60 health. You can no longer drown and move in liquids with ease. I'll pick that one first. We've already angered the gods, so no way that can get worse, right? I need to see just how far we go. Okay, holding it down is way... Oh, they place turrets. That's right. Pardon me for a second. Alright, 4 percussive reminders applied to the cranium should do just fine for us. There goes a great wand indeed. Got a little too eager, didn't I? You know what, that's too fun. Let's run it by one more time. Three Twitch viewers, welcome. We'll have better times in the future. Mostly we just want to learn from every mistake possible. And most importantly, fix our impatience. See, look, we're rewarded for our mistakes. Plasma cutter places turrets. Noted. We'll find another great wand as we have before. Damn, that one was useful. So, Broham, are you face desking as hard as I am right now from me not understanding my mistakes? good one. Ah, lovely. Thank you. Don't know what that'll do against the spiders, but against any of the people with projectiles, yes. What about Tourette's? What about Tourette's? How the heck did that hurt me? Good news is we have the bouncy bolt once more. Let's check out that next vote and see if that's something that we can use to exploit the Holy Mountain. I shoot faster than you do. Cute. Thank you. Alright, what do we have? Spell refresh, Sea of Lava, Hazely Rain, or Bomb Rain. Why not? We need to do more experimentation here. And not really any money to use now. Ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh. Oh. We have some amazing possibilities here. And yet no way to pick them up. We'll be back. Extra life. Dissolve powders. Teleportitis. I think an emergency extra life will provide us better abilities. Now I don't think these are going to vanish from us leaving the area, so... If only we had one more gold. Any solution or gimmick I can pull out of my ass here. Perhaps not. We'll march forward. Mostly I just want to see some sort of progress. After all, the more we move forward, the more opportunities we'll have to use our newfound Twitch powers. I'm a better shot than I expected. Summon oh no, please no. Don't summon Stevie Boy. I don't want Stevie Ray Vaughan to get his revenge on me. How the heck do we get in there? No immediate answers. If only we had that Illuminous drill. Steve approacheth. Alright, well, I have the, projectile shield, which might help marginally. And here... Hold on, how many does that cast? 1 per cast, so now we have a very good way to dig us through some holes. Which actually might mean we have an opportunity to get back up there. After all, there's gonna be one Steve, isn't there? Now, how vulnerable are you to standard fare bombs? Very vulnerable. Get that little guy lodged in there. Yeah, I don't see him either, so I'm wondering what's going on. I don't know why that abruptly stopped there. Now that we've cheated the system once more, fortune has shown its... Oh, it has not. Drill. Oh yeah, baby. Xander's making another escape. And you can't catch me. So, take our little lightsaber here. Oh wow, that's gonna take forever to recharge. Mana charge speed 10. Well, that's pathetic. We won't be able to swap out our wand stuff there either. Energy orb. I don't think that's our best option, but let's see. 5 damage versus... Probably better than this one. Looks like the same spell, but upgraded. Alright. I'm very interested. This game lets you do a lot of cheating. I like cheating everywhere except for in my classroom. Or, well, so long as you don't get caught. Hey, the whole squad's here. We might have a chance. Now under your personal protection. The Twitch spirits have given me their blessing. Alright, I like this. We were missing out not having the Twitch integration beforehand. Ooh, that's the same thing. That's the same thing that occasionally shoots 3. So that is a medium-range projectile. I'll have to make do. Are you proud of me, Broham? I'm actually carrying water now. It seems our ghosts don't last forever, so I need to make use of the healing while I can. Which means we need to hurry things up. There I go indeed. Thank you, Broham. Now I'd like to explore a little bit more before we go into the Holy Mountain. Have you recharged yet? You're still useless. Well, for small holes, no, but definitely can't dig a whole tunnel with that. What I need is some way to make that cost less. Isn't there a Magicka modifier? I think I've seen one. Magicka, like I'm playing Elder Scrolls. Invisiblium. Chaotic polymorphine. I don't think we're going down that route now, are we? Ah, we're still not done. Apparently that's carving through the ground. Maybe through the softer bits. Hastium, Acceleratium, Pheromone, Flummoxium. Okay, so it looks like some potions are combining here, but what are we getting? Hastium. I'll have to remember that. I'm guessing you make that by just combining the other 2 speed potions. Now... Hold on. Tell me, why would I need water when I could be fast? Oh, lava potion. Excellent. Just get rid of you somewhere where you're not going to be needed. I'm a god. How can you kill a god? What a grand and intoxicating innocence. Yeah, that's right, he said the thing. I just need to find somewhere safe to throw all this lava, and I suppose down this passage will do just fine. While that's happening, take a drink. And there we go. Sea of oil. Uh-oh. Well, excellent. Thank you. Hopefully that doesn't interfere with my mission. Which is that I must acquire maximum fast. What a lovely rainbow cocktail. Give me that. Believe me when I say I need it. I think that will do just fine for us. Now, while we're unstoppable, and on fire, a small price to pay for godhood. You think that'll stop me? I'm invincible. Not quite, but... I don't know how, but we're still digging through those just fine. Does the energy orb just have that as an effect? Looks like it. Unless the class turned on an explosive effect I didn't see. Uh-oh. Luckily, this serves a purpose for us. Steve is coming once again. Well, if I was ever prepared, it would be now. So I might have a chance. Maybe if we had some ambrosia. Or a tablet. Now, what's this? Return. Hardly useful. The orb is good for digging, as I see. No buff necessary. Interesting. Well, given that it has infinite uses, it might be one of my new favorites now. Gee, spew the lava all over me, why don't you? I kind of want to just explore, now that we have all this extra power to spare. Cannot cut through Holy Mountain, got it. Hello? Sure, make an entry like that, I guess. I'm starting to miss that shield. Luckily, with Marky's protection... James, thank you. Ah, I am no longer blessed by his presence. Right when I needed him most. Now hopefully you're carrying something far more useful to me. Magic Missile, Circle of Thunder, Freeze Charge, Orbiting Arc. Energy Orb with a trigger. Shuffle yes, every single one of these shuffles. Take those out. Now this one recharges mana much faster. 10 times faster, in fact. It has the highest charge speed out of all the ones we have available here. These wands appear almost identical in function. Let's see how we can make this one last. Ah, thank you. That's a bit more useful. I think we can make some progress with that one. Now what do we need? Let's go ahead and check our perks first to see what we can use. Boomerang spells. Maybe not. Extra wand capacity. Feared by worms. Worms run away from you. Worm-looking enemies no longer destroy terrain while burrowing. I like the sound of that extra slot option. Especially since the ones we have are already so useful. Look at that. And now this one actually has some marginal use to it. I didn't mean to do that one, but I'll take it. Glitter Bomb, Rock Spirit. Orbiting Arc. Every single one of these wands is a shuffle, so we'll have to make do with that for now. Why not? Increase the chance that we might have an extra spell to throw. Time to get some... Uh-oh. Let me grab these first. Well, I wish I had seen that before I started spending money. Quick, reorganize this before everything goes horribly. That'll do. Alright, I'm ready. Let's rock. And teleportation. Now that's an excellent wand. Wish I had a more range modifier for it. Note, those explode, whatever the hell those are. Everything explodes. Alright. Don't shoot anything. Not sure how much I need those spells. Well, we finally have an arsenal of digging equipment, so... I wonder... Now 3 is the one that has the laser drill. You are the most expendable. Yep, that's still going to take forever. Let's, be a bit more cautious now. I did warn you, Xander was flammable, but it seems he's also highly explosive. And no long-range weapons at least. So instead, we might just have to be a bit more sneaky. Not sneaky enough. Not sneaky enough. I don't like those big open caverns. Yep, bullets, see? More bullets. Oh, right, we had the extra life. Exceptional. How do you like them apples? Second chance, and we're making every use of it that we can. Let's you and him fight. I hate you so much. There we go. That's what I like to see. Not sure what we're purchasing next then. Mostly we need to look for more shops. Matter Eater, interesting. The fact that they stun you when they shoot you while you're doing that. Yep. That's dangerous. And so is this. Can't count on anyone. Items found, 19. New record. Yeah, that is a yikes indeed. Maybe if we had a longer range weapon, that would have gone over a bit better. Okay, so that was the first time that we found those. We found energy orb with a timer previously. That's the upgraded version of the energy sphere that we've been using all this time. You know, I think that's an excellent stop. I'll call that one a night here for now, mostly because I want to focus on making things prepared for the Dead Cells stream tomorrow. I'll see if there's a way that we can integrate both YouTube and Twitch's chat there, and we can have a similar experience to the second half of the stream tonight. What do we get out of the Twitch version? Oh, right, in Dead Cells, the Twitch version of Dead Cells, one of you can control the boss, so have fun with that one. Other than that, though, I'm definitely going to try to pack on a couple more mods onto Noita that let you guys interact more with the stream. Look forward to that next week, and that might even be the subject of our Saturday stream. Saturday is completely open, so let me know on Twitter or in the YouTube comments what you'd like to see happen. Other than that, tomorrow's Dead Cells, then we have fighting games on Thursday and Friday. I've had a lot of fun tonight, and you've all been a wonderful audience. Good night. As always,